Today's Consumer Alert is all about bank fees. According to Bankrate, one of the fees we pay is going up. But Dina, it's a fee we can avoid, right?
That's exactly right, Nikki. These are the fees that are just kind of a nuisance, right? ATM fees, overdraft fees, checking account fees. For years, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has been pushing banks to lower those fees. But now that the CFPB has little to no power, are those fees on the way up? It looks like it's a mixed bag.
It seems ridiculous to have to pay the banks to get your own cash. But that's exactly what happens when you use an ATM that's not affiliated with your bank. And according to Bankrate, those fees are going up.
We're seeing an average of about $4.86 across the nation. We're seeing Atlanta having the highest in the country at averaging about $5.37.
But overdraft fees have been in the crosshairs of Congress as well as the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB. That threat has served as motivation for banks to keep fees lower than we saw in 2022, when overdraft fees were as high as $37.
It's not that they are low. We're still seeing an average of nearly $27 per overdraft infraction, but that is lower than the low 30s, which we saw just a few years ago.
But certainly not the $8 that was proposed by the
Not the $8 that was proposed.
During the Biden administration, the CFPB was targeting what they called junk fees, pushing to cap overdraft fees at $8. The current administration has defanged the CFPB. So while they're not $8, competition is driving down those fees in some cities.
There is something that really surprised me, and that among the lowest average overdraft fees, New York City, $23.58. You can hardly get a burger and fries for $23.58.
Yeah.
Did that surprise you?
Well, a little bit. I think in some cases, and we saw some very large cities sort of on the bottom half of these rankings.
But he reminds us that we have the power to control at least some of the fees we pay.
These are avoidable fees. With a little bit of forethought, a little bit of planning, you can try to avoid this. You can link a savings account to your checking account to backstop your spending with your own money, your savings account, rather than the bank's money.
Or use your debit card at the grocery store and get extra cash when you make your purchase. Because ultimately, the best fee is no fee.
Absolutely. Now, keep in mind that your total out-of-network ATM fee is the fee charged by your bank plus the fee the ATM owner charges. So I took a look at the fees some of our local banks charge. Some big banks like Wells Fargo, Chase, Citizens, they have the highest charge, $3. While smaller regional financial institutions like Community Bank and Five Star Banks charge $2, ESL $2.50. Again, though, we can avoid the fee altogether with just a little planning. Nikki, that's your Consumer Alert.
And I'm always looking to save any money.
Girl, me too. That's $2 I can spend somewhere else.
That's right, and it adds up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dee.